Hello, people. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to have more cool comic book slash film slash story discussion fun. I will be here characterizing the Q Continuum as shown in the Star Trek franchise. And I will also be comparing their power levels as characterized in comic books and in the live action, in which show the Q demonstrate their powers, abilities, presences, and whatever else. Okay, in the comic books, as far as the Q's power levels, they are spot on like the live action characterized Q, which is shown them or showing them in live motioning. So the powers are spot on in terms of them having seemingly unlimited types of magic or magical ability. They have to be using magic and not advanced science, but people, if you study the origins of the Q and their power levels, they could have been created by the Voyager machine homeworld, and that's a theory. So, but that is another story. Like the Q's power levels of immensities are in comparison to just about any other powers. They're high top tier levels. They're on a scale of immensities and vulnerabilities and mortalities, so they are high up on that level. So the Q are something that are even more immense than just say characters like Superman, Batman, Iron Man, the Hawk. So they're way beyond those particular characters on a worldly scale in terms of Q power levels as compared to meta-human levels of powers and supernatural worldly levels of powers. So in other words, the Q exists on another type of spiritual plane of existence, and they are immense, powerful beings there. When it shows them in their home habitat, you don't see big mansions, big castles, or any of that. You see a simple road that leads to some type of convenient place where people can hang out and do boring things. And then it's maybe a dog in a scene, a good dog, and there's other characteristics of it, and it's completely and totally boring. And the Q choose to live like that despite having all of those immense powers as shown and characterized in comic book, animation, and live action films. So their power levels are so high, it would overstate the fact that they are bored because they can simply do whatever they want, or they can do whatever they want of relative ease. And now it's of great debate still as far as their true origins. Yeah, they might be creations of the machine home world or something else more immense and powerful than they, or they might simply be evolved humans. Just say, what if that is the biggest gag that the Cube kept putting in the human's face? They kept appearing mostly as human beings. When they did the court summary stuff, they appeared as human beings. So why wouldn't they really be evolved humans? So that's another theory that the Q are actually humans that have evolved into that type of godhood or goddesshood. Yeah, it's all debatable, and it's it's a belief, theory, hope, want, necessity. Indeed. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me again, and let me know what you think about this.